Is this a great street? This is such a pretty block, quintessential Lincoln Park with lots of vintage buildings, including this one I'm in front of, the one we're going to go in. Great building built in the 1880s with lots of Queen Anne detail in the brick, all this great scroll work. And you'll see when we go inside, some of the house inside has this sort of vintage look, and then there's a very contemporary section. They mixed the two really well when renovating in the last 7 years. Let's go on in and see the two personalities of this house. Mike Kennelly is the agent selling this house. Mike, what's interesting is I've come into a very vintage space. We're going to go to the contemporary part later, but in here it feels like a period piece. It's got all these great details that they retained.
Yeah, the owners, Mr. and Mrs. Maitland, they were attracted to the house for the vintage aspects of the outside and the front third of the inside. And you can see that they renovated the house, but in the front third, they kept the beautiful stained glass eyebrow window here, all the moldings of the original window, and then the cove moldings in the room remain. And they actually replicated these moldings throughout the rest of the home.
Oh, that's great.
So it's new moldings in the rest of the home.
And also here in the front of the house, we had this nice double door entry.
Right, double door.
Beautiful stairs, gorgeous old staircase. But what your seller told me is they had sort of some freedom because they get some vintage, they fix it up, it looks beautiful, but they're not forced to do the entire house as if it's from the period.
That's correct. The only original rooms in the home right now are the living room and the staircase and hallway. They went into trying to make a very contemporary, livable home.
It's livable and it's gorgeous. Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Well, as we come in, you pointed out a great visual transition, Mike, from the scroll work on the original stairs to this beautiful, very simple finish on the newer parts, including this great rolling door, pull-out door with the smoked glass. And what I like is, with these smoked panels around us, you could have blindfolded me, brought me in here, and I'd think I was in a brand new house.
Well, essentially from the original vintage features of the living room and the hallway and the staircase, this is where we start the new construction. This was all reconfigured and redone. Walls changed, rooms expanded, butler's pantry added.
And then the contemporary feeling goes into the kitchen.
Yes, it does, extends.
So then we've got these Caesar stone tops, which have such a crisp, clean feeling. And then they've done a nice job of raising the bar, right? So we don't only have a flat island, but we have
a nice breakfast seating area.
Yeah, separation between the spaces. Great hood, nice appliances, but what I really like is all this sun we're getting.
Now, one of the things that the owners were taking advantage of was the south, east, and west exposures here, especially the south, of course. And this window is actually new. This did not exist in the renovation. And then there's a really lovely breakfast nook that overlooks the yard that we have.
Right. Back to this wood. It feels like today, it feels very crisp, as we've said a few times, and one thing that happens is these spaces we've been in, the butler's pantry, dining room, and kitchen are unified by it, and then it also appears in the master bedroom, in the master closet and bath.
It does, and ties in again, like the front end of the house, with vintage details in the bay in the master bedroom.
Oh yeah, beautiful window bay with a view out to that gorgeous street.
Yeah.
It's nice to sleep in the front room, you know, which our grandparents did. And now everybody tries to move off it, but it's not a noisy street, and we've got that bay. But then there are 3 bedrooms on that floor?
There's 3 bedrooms on that floor, and again, there's 3 skylights on the upstairs that bring in light.
We also get light from the loft that goes out to the roof deck in that rear bedroom.
Yes, the rear bedroom actually has a captain's staircase that goes up to the lofted area, and then you get access to roof deck.
That's great. I'm sure there's a nice view from up there, but the view I really want to enjoy is out here in this backyard. They have done a really nice job of detailing it. Can we go out and take a look?
Let's go.
Okay. Boy, we've gone to another mood entirely. One of the things I like about this property is we had the vintage, we had the modern, and now I feel like we've gone to the most serene backyard in Lincoln Park.
Well, they took a lot of attention to detail in revamping this backyard space.
It's really nice. It's a place you go to. It's a destination. We had to come off the patio, across a nice walk, but we're sitting back here under these trees. We can look back up at the house and just completely relax.
Completely relax. The peace and quiet in the middle of the city here in Lincoln Park. You can really get away from all the hustle and bustle of the neighborhood around.